Hey everybody, welcome back to the SheffnSethCast, episode 6?
Yeah.
Yeah, and we're your hosts, Sheff.
And Seth.
And today's episode is so much different than the rest. It's not nerdy stuff, it's not Star Wars.
No.
It's not God of War.
No, it's none of those things. We already covered those. Stop asking.
Yeah.
That's enough.
I can't read the comments from the future for the next 4 podcasts, but stop asking. This is
enough.
We're talking about goals. Our personal goals, and I've got some channel goals in mind.
Yeah, why it may be important to set goals in your life.
Yeah. A little different than usual, but we're not big enough to have YouTube drama yet, so we can't make a whole 45 minutes off that.
Yeah. So let's get into it.
Real quick, though. Part of me is terrified of that moment. Part of me is also excited.
When you're big on YouTube?
When we're big enough to have drama. We'll get big enough.
I can't wait to yell at people.
Well, here's the thing, is I feel like inevitably, we'll get big enough, right?
It's a big word.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch. Eventually, whether or not, even if we stay just doing this and ignore every other YouTuber.
Like a turf war between us and Super Mega?
Yeah. I wouldn't want to have a war with them. Those are sweet boys.
Yeah, let's have them on the podcast.
I'll call them up. I called like 25 different companies that one night. I'll call them.
Yeah. They'll answer.
Yeah, but it's gotta happen at some point. Even if we just stick to ourselves, some other YouTuber is gonna be like, these guys said the word smart funny.
That's true. We say that a lot.
Yeah, we do. I think the closest we come to that is me saying I'm a genius.
Yeah, it's
and
true.
I'm usually wrong right after. Right before this, we usually go TikTok live when we do this, but we can't now because someone suspended us for hateful speech when we were just talking to our friend. Well, we were talking to Devin about Minecraft.
Yeah.
And we got suspended.
I hate Minecraft.
But no, today's episode's on goals, personal, channel, goals in general. So I think we should both start with a goal, personal, and then maybe we'll get into the channel ones in a little bit. My personal goal is this time, you've never heard this sentence before. You ready for this?
I'm sure I have heard this sentence before.
You have. It was complete sarcasm. This time I'm taking my dieting and my workout serious.
Yes.
Because Tom and Jerry's being
filmed
in
a small herd of okay, anyway.
No, because, you have those mornings where you look in the mirror and you're like, okay, I look good today. I've had, 3 in a row where I look at myself and I'm like, I should be driving an ice cream truck.
Sometimes I wake up and I look in the mirror and I go, Obama?
Yeah, I've had, 3 of those in a row, so I was like, oh, it's time to make a change. But yeah, no. So when we go grocery shopping, you'll definitely see it. I can see it now. You're going to question what I get. Mm-hmm. Because it's going to be my diet until I come back next.
What is that?
Fried lobster? You're allergic to shellfish. The more time I spend in the hospital, the less time I can eat.
All you got is shrimp and blue hair dye.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man. That means if I dye my hair, should we have Wayne change the podcast picture for me if my hair gets dyed?
That's up to you, brother.
I think we might.
You hire and fire and you direct, brother.
I don't think I'll ever fire Wayne.
Wayne's a good guy. I like him. He saved me from a crashing bus once.
And he fed me spaghetti one time.
It was very romantic.
We didn't kiss.
Barely.
What's a personal goal you got?
Okay, so
on to the channel goal.
So people who know me or maybe have gotten to know me know that I'm kind of a fitness nerd. But I have been kind of lackadaisical in it lately because I was working 2 jobs. So I was working 12 days on, 2 days off, and those 2 days I would devote to either cleaning the house or, mowing the lawn. And I think I need to get back into it a little bit better. I need to make sure that my workouts are worth the time that I'm putting into them and not just being lackadaisical. make sure that I'm eating right because I have gotten a little sloppy with that. So I need to get back into it.
I definitely feel that. Well, you know what it is? Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah, that's the main thing. Whenever that silly little planet spins backwards, I keep the pizza out of my mouth hole. Am I crazy or what?
Did we do this?
Am I a middle-aged mom? Or...
Was this a podcast or a Chef and Seth where we talked about this? I think it was a Chef and
Mercury's in
Seth.
retrograde?
Yeah.
I think it was Chef and Seth.
Because you made me Google it.
Yeah.
No, we're not going to get into that. But no, I feel that because lately, like, I've been eating, like, garbage and, like, I just haven't been working out as much.
Yeah, I want to hit a workout tomorrow, but I don't know when we'll be able to because I wasn't able to hit my workout today. So I got to hit my day 5, but, you know.
Yeah, I haven't been working out as much. That's the thing, is sometimes... Okay, so I have, not an excuse, but lately, man, like, I've explained it on the channel a couple times. This is obviously, like, 3 weeks from now that you guys are hearing this from when we're recording. But, like, my body will probably be used to it by then, but now I just constantly feel exhausted, dude. Like, so during the day, like, I do not have the energy. I have to get pre-workout tomorrow. Like, I have to. But yeah.
Why do you think it is important for you to set goals personally?
For me, I think it's important to set goals because, like I did with the channel, is when I first started, I don't know how many of you that are listening, but maybe Seth remembers, is when I first started the channel, it was going to be 3 days a week. But I remembered I had that long-term goal to, and I still have it, to do well enough on YouTube where we're getting sponsors and making a living wage off it. And since I've set that, like, long-term goal and had it in mind, I have stuck to this so hard.
Mm-hmm. You've been really kicking it on this one.
I have. I've been, like, beating my own ass over this because, like, it's so important to me. And I think part of setting it as a goal had something to do with that. And that's why I think setting this short-term goal as I would prefer to have, and again, like, you've heard this sentence, but I want to stick to it so hard, is I want to have abs by my birthday, or at least...
really? That's your goal, is to have abs by your birthday?
I have that 4-pack, that legendary 4-pack that seems to come around before any other change.
How long do we have?
2 months.
Oh, that's rough.
Well, a little over 2 months.
And you have to get through Turkey Day and Halloween.
Well, I don't eat candy.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't eat candy, and I try not to drink soda, but, like,
But you eat gargoyles.
I do eat gargoyles, and they're high in calories.
Yeah.
They're like 2,700 calories, and I eat like 3 gargoyles a day.
Yeah. It's not good.
I think gargoyles are good. They build that mental bridge.
Gargoyles?
No. Goals. Did I say gargoyles?
It kind of seemed like that's what you were talking about.
No. Gargoyles are a good mental bridge. I have to build 3 of them. No, but goals are a really good mental bridge because some people, and I used to definitely be this way, Seth can vouch for this, is I'd set a goal and be like, I've got so odd time. It's like you see with students, or like when you were in school, like even high school, and you have a project due by Friday. Some people are like, oh, like it's Thursday at like 5 in the afternoon, I've got a couple hours, and then it hits like midnight and you're like, oh shit. That's how I used to be with goals, but now I stick to them pretty well. I'm definitely way better than I used to be with that. It's the working out. I think it's because it was the jump from constantly working out with someone or multiple people to having to work out alone every day. Mm-hmm. It's so much easier to work out with other people.
Yeah. Because you have that drive to push each other. And
right. Even now that I'm hitting like lower numbers than I used to, I can do like 25 reps of curls at like 10 pounds, and you or Callum will be like, good shit, man. And, like, it's that constant, like, upbringing support.
Yeah.
Whereas when you do it alone, you look in the mirror for 15 minutes and smoke a cigarette, and you're like, what have you done with your life?
That's what I do.
Neither of us smoke cigarettes, by the way.
my personality is very goal driven. I always have goals. I'm the kind of person that makes lists and budgets and spreadsheets and like step by step ways to get to the goals that I want to like achieve. So I always have some sort of short term, some sort of long term, and they are always uh, divided into different parts of my life, whether it's just my workouts, my nutrition. It could be stuff with the Bible. It could be stuff that I want to do at work, things I want to do in my off time. So it was a goal that I just recently achieved actually today is to work a second job for over a month. And I worked that second job for almost 4 months just to have some extra money and really help out my finances a little bit more. So I always push myself to achieve my goals, and I think it's really a good thing to keep goals and hold yourself accountable. I will say I've seen some like studies that say that you shouldn't try to goal orient everything just because like once you do not achieve certain goals then you can feel like a failure. But there's this saying that I've heard before. It's basically like people always underestimate what they can do in 10 years and overestimate what they can do in one. So just kind of like limit yourself, but don't limit yourself.
I okay. I was listening, by the way. It was just
No, I get you.
Devin sent me something that it was in regards to the WhatsApp.
Devin sent me something as well.
I probably should have waited until after the podcast.
That's what I'm doing.
I definitely see the short-term goal thing. I know this is... When you think short-term goal, you think like a year or like 6 months. We'll put in like a preliminary short goal is one that I have like almost every day. Because as we've addressed on the channel, and I think on the last episode of the podcast, is I'm up until like 5:30 every day doing like... I have to both rewatch videos... And because I'm always busy in the mornings. Even if it's not super busy, I've always got a little bit of things to do here and there. Before like my job. So I always tell myself, I'm like, okay, I'm going to bed at 5:30. And I wake up a ton during the middle of the night.
Yeah.
For dumb reasons. Like my pinky could fall asleep and I'll wake up. I usually wake up for the first time.
Why don't you just let him sleep? You're sleeping.
Fuck that guy. Hey! I'm usually asleep. Alright, usually the first time I wake up is between like 8:30 and 10. Mm-hmm. And before I fall asleep every night, I'm always like, alright, first time I wake up, I'm going to get up, get dressed, so that way I have some time to myself. But I always wake up and I see the clock and I take a look at it for like 3 seconds. I'm like, nah. And then I fall back asleep till like noon and then I have to start doing stuff.
Yeah.
And I know that's not exactly short-term goal, like as most people think it, like 6 months or whatever. But like, I never stick to that. I would like to, because, like, I do like... I mean, you guys see, we play a ton of video games on the channel. But I still like to... I'm very video game oriented. Like, I think I'm going to start putting my nerd shelf in the background when I record, like, live streams and whatnot, so people can get a better, like, hint.
It'd be nice if you could have, like, a better place to film. Like, not only visually, but audio-wise.
Yep.
And you'll get there. So how about this? How about you give me and the audience, just so you guys know, this episode will not be coming out for what? 3 weeks?
Month?
3 weeks to a month.
Because we still have the You, Me, Callum, and Aubrey episode, and the one we just filmed, and then this one.
Yes. So
tomorrow's episode is God of War.
As of this moment, give us 3 goals, short term or long term, for the channel.
For the channel?
Yep.
Long term, let's speak like 2 years. Is that long term?
Okay, yeah, that's good enough. I guess you devote what's long term or short term. Let's say, give us a 3 month from now goal, give us a year from now, and give us a 2 year.
3 months from now, I would like to have a consistent viewer base.
Meaning?
Meaning that the channel's big enough to where... actually, there's something I gotta tell you about that, but... Where the channel's big enough to where, I mean, where I can see stats, because we have a consistent viewer base. Every video goes between 6 and 20 at this point. which is crazy compared to what it was like a month ago.
Yeah.
Which is why I have some faith in it. Or a lot of faith. Sorry to those who are avid viewers. But the thing is with YouTube, stat-wise, and I'll probably show you guys, not this coming Chef News, but November's, is you can't view certain stats until you're big enough. Like, I can't view age demographics, so I don't know what jokes to make and not to make yet. I can't view, like, geographics. So that's something I'd like. 1 year goal, I would like to have a second editor, so that way it gives us more time to record, and we have more funding for equipment. And 2 year goal, I would like, this is going to be maybe not a stretch, because I feel like once you start to hit that constant like sub
Get the ball
gain,
rolling.
yeah, it starts going. 2 years from now, I would like to be at least 200,000 subs.
200,000 subs in 2 years. That's a good.
I think that's doable.
That's not impossible, unheard of.
Because, like, look, Super Mega, for example, had been up for 6 years, and they just hit 1 mil.
Yeah.
So, and they went up rapidly, because when I lived in Perry, they were at 750, which was 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
So they've gone up 250,000 in those 2 years.
That's pretty cool. Do you have? Give me a short term, 3 month, 1 year. We already know your 2 year, but give me your 3 month, 6 month, and 1 year goal for subs.
For subs, 3 months from now, I would like to be at least 500.
Okay.
Which I know is a stretch, because it took us 5 months to get to 60.
Shoot for the stars, baby. Shoot
Yeah,
for the stars.
yeah, and like we put in the work and everything, but like, I feel like that's doable to a sense. I definitely have to start promoting more, but 6 months from now, I think 2,000 isn't too bad.
Yeah.
And then a year, 10 mil. And then we have to go back down.
Yeah. 10 mil, then 200,000.
And then a year from now, I would
Everybody get off that channel now.
in a year from now, I would like to be at like 50K.
Okay. So you're looking for 150K a year after that.
Because, like, once you have that much of a ball rolling. But anyway, that's today's episode. So, I hope you're having a good day. And hope you have a good rest of your day if you're watching early on. And hope you enjoyed. And Seth, anything to add?
Set some goals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Long and short term.
Short and long.
For yourself, not us.
For the goals.